I'm Tim. Together with Jeff from District 09, we prepared this presentation today about IoT Registry. But the IoT Registry is a joint effort in SCORE between different partners. It's a tool that started in Amsterdam, and it was replicated by Ghent. Also, other partners are involved in trying to reuse the tool from Amsterdam and Ghent. So it's really a joint effort in SCORE. And I have the honor to explain the IoT registry today. But it's a nice collaboration between different partners. What does it do? It's a tool that works on the context of an increased presence of IoT devices in our public spaces and smart cities. Basically, anonymous IoT devices pop up from the citizen perspective. And this tool wants to offer transparency to citizens, but also to visitors of a city, and even to the organizations that are active in cities. We also want to promote access to data, to existing open data, to show to all those target groups that open data exists, and to as an additional action to your typical open data portal. So it can be complementary to an open data portal. You can show to you can use this map of your city to show on a very local level to neighborhoods what kind of open data is possible, what kind of open data is becoming available in your city. So it links offering transparency with awareness about open data. And many cities active in SCORE use the IoT registry as a tool to comply with GDPR, to show to be transparent in the way that you process data as a city using IoT devices. Going on to what the main features of this product, of the solution are. It allows you to combine different data sources related to IoT devices, ranging from APIs, real-time data. If needed, you can add a CSV file with static data on it. If you don't have, or if you don't already have a data set for a specific IoT device data set, you can add a static file as well. And we, while we were doing that in SCORE, we also provided specifically for that data management purpose a building block, which is called the SCORE API. It is used in our version in Ghent of the registry, of the IoT registry, but it can be used as a separate building block for this purpose, combining different data sources. You can also, a nice feature of the IoT registry at this point is that you can adapt many of its features to your own context in your smart city. For example, you can use our dynamic category systems, and the types are dynamic. You can configure the different types of IoT devices that you present, and the whole idea of each marker on a map gives you a pop-up, and what happens and what you see in a pop-up can also be configured for your own purpose, so to your use case of the IoT registry in your city. And the third main feature is the search function. If you are able to link the search box of the IoT registry to your local address service, you give the opportunity and the ability for citizens to look up which IoT devices already exist in their street or in their neighborhood. Here you can see our implementation, so our application in Ghent, and it immediately answers the question of which data sets are used. So in our case, we have data about smart traffic management. We have number plate recognition cameras mapped on the city, so people know what kind of camera that is. We have positioning sensors, and we have sharing mobility IoT IoT-related devices on our map. And this is a screenshot that shows you the pop-up that each marker has. And we in Gantt, we configured it this way in a way to give as much as information as possible about the sensor, but very accessible to the general public. So we asked ourselves, what would people want to know in as a first impression of this IoT sensor? And what would they link further to other sources of information? So it ranges from what the device is, what does it do, how long is its data stored, a typical question in GDPR, which data is processed, and a very important one in our use case, but because we in Gantt, we work together with the data protection officer on this IoT registry, is it a device that processes personal information or only anonymous information? So we write very simple and easy to understand text and information about those questions in our pop-ups in this IoT registry. So what are the different users at this point in Gantt? We have the data protection officer who is involved and who helped us link the IoT registry, the IoT devices to their respective data processing information on another platform, on another registry, which is the data processing registry made for GDPR. We also have an open data manager in the city of Ghent, who is working on making people and possible reusers of data aware about the existence of open data, and the IoT registry obviously can be also part of his efforts. And then there's of course the citizens. The whole purpose of the IoT registry is that they learn more about these strange looking anonymous devices in their streets and be better informed what they are and what they do. For more information, you can contact Jeff or me. Jeff is always available to give you a demo. And in the rest of SCORE from Gantt, we focus on setting up a replication of this IoT registry. So if you would like to launch one in your city, we gladly offer our help to perhaps set up a cloned environment of what we have built for you as a proof of concept and as a starting point for your IoT registry. Thank you.